All right, so get this. The U.S. government is like really going all in on AI. They're calling it Stargate.
Stargate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're talking potentially a $500 billion investment.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've got news articles from CBS News that lay it all out, plus this really dense document that's just titled AI Stargate.
Mm.
It seems like this is like the source material.
Right.
So think of this deep dive as your crash course on this whole Stargate.
Yeah.
By the end, you'll be prepped for that big meeting on the future of AI.
Well, this is big. It's, I mean, it's really unprecedented.
Okay.
To give you some context, the Manhattan Project, the one that developed the atomic bomb that cost about $2 billion in today's money.
Wow.
Stargate is starting at 50 times larger than that.
Wow.
And it could end up costing 250 times more.
That really puts it into perspective.
Yeah.
And the companies involved are like a serious power lineup. We're talking OpenAI, Oracle, SoftBank, Microsoft, NVIDIA arm.
Oh, wow.
It's like they're assembling like a dream team for this thing.
Yeah, and each player has a very specific role.
Okay.
OpenAI is interesting because they're not just developing the AI. They're actually going to be running the whole operation.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So this seems to build on their existing partnership with Microsoft, who are also heavily involved.
Right.
Oracle's expertise in data centers is key because they'll be building the infrastructure to house all this. And then you have SoftBank,
Right.
who are known for their, big, bold investments.
Yeah.
They're the financial muscle behind Stargate.
So they're aiming to create 100,000 new jobs in the U.S. almost immediately.
That's right.
And the plan is to spread these data centers across multiple states, which could lead to entirely new tech hubs popping up.
Yeah, that part is really fascinating.
Yeah.
Creating these tech hubs could revitalize certain areas.
Sure.
But concentrating tech development in specific locations also has its drawbacks.
Right.
Think about the potential strain on resources, the impact on housing costs,
Yeah.
and the potential for increased inequality.
That's a really good point. It's not just about the jobs, it's about the ripple effects on these communities.
Exactly.
So let's talk about the technical side of things.
Okay.
It seems like one of Stargate's main goals is to address the limitations we're hitting with AI development right now, the shortage of computing power and chip manufacturing capability.
Exactly. The speed of AI advancement is partly tied to how fast we can build and run more and more complex algorithms.
Right.
Stargate is aiming to smash through those barriers with this huge investment in data centers, energy, and chip manufacturing.
So like imagine it like building a superhighway for AI progress.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and speaking of barriers, this is where the story gets interesting.
Okay.
The Trump administration reversed that 2023 executive order requiring companies to share AI safety results with the government. It looks like the priority is speed, possibly with less regulation.
This is where we start to see the trade-offs.
Okay.
A less regulated environment could lead to faster development.
Yeah.
Sure. But what about the safety and ethical implications?
Yeah, are we putting the gas pedal down before making sure we have brakes?
That's the question.
It makes you wonder what those unintended consequences could be down the line.
One of the main areas they're focusing on is medical research, and they're not shy about the potential benefits.
Okay.
Think faster processing of medical data for earlier disease detection and treatment, even speeding up the development of vaccines.
Yeah, it's amazing to think about the possibility, especially with like personalized medicine.
Yeah.
Could AI analyze huge data sets of medical images, genomics, and clinical records to spot things that humans can't?
That's exactly what they're aiming for.
Yeah.
Imagine AI helping us personalize treatments, discover new drugs, maybe even tackle aging itself.
Wow.
The potential impact on human health is huge.
It's mind-boggling, but zooming out a bit, this Stargate project, it seems like more than just a tech upgrade.
Yeah.
It feels like a strategic play by the U.S. to stay ahead in the global AI race, especially with China making such big moves in AI.
Right. It's about national security and economic power, too.
Yeah.
In a world that's increasingly driven by AI, the ability to develop and use these technologies is going to be crucial for any country that wants to maintain its global influence.
So for the average person, is this something to be excited about, worried about, or both?
It's probably a bit of both.
Yeah.
The potential benefits of Stargate are clear.
Sure.
AI could help us solve some of humanity's toughest challenges.
Right.
From climate change to curing diseases. But we also need to be cautious and make sure we're addressing the potential risks along the way. This isn't something to be taken lightly.
Totally agree. AI is a powerful tool, and we need to make sure we're using it responsibly.
Yeah.
It feels like Stargate could be a major turning point in human history, shaping our future for generations to come.
And that's exactly why it's so important for everyone to be informed and part of this conversation. The future of AI shouldn't just be decided by a few people in Silicon Valley or Washington. It's something we all need to be thinking about and discussing.
So let's do a quick recap for our listeners. We're looking at a $500 billion project, the biggest of its kind ever,
Right.
led by the U.S. government and this team of tech giants.
Mm-hmm.
Their goal is to build this massive AI infrastructure that will put the U.S. at the forefront of AI development.
And while the economic and technological impacts are huge,
Right.
we can't ignore the potential social and ethical implications.
Of course.
Think about the potential for job displacement,
Yeah.
algorithmic bias, and the possibility of AI being misused.
It feels like we're on the edge of a new frontier one, with incredible promise, but also potential dangers.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
The possibilities with AI are vast, but so are the risks.
Right.
It's like holding a key that could unlock incredible treasures or unleash a Pandora's box.
And ultimately, it's up to all of us as a society to decide how we use this key.
Right?
We need to have these open and honest conversations about AI and the kind of future we want.
And those conversations need to happen now, not after the technology has already changed the world.
Great.
We need to be proactive, not reactive.
So as we wrap up this deep dive on AI Stargate, I want to leave our listener with a final thought. Given the massive scale and potential impact of this project, what are some of the big questions we should be asking ourselves?
What safeguards do we need to make sure AI is used for good, not harm? How do we deal with potential job losses and economic inequality? And maybe most importantly, how do we make sure AI remains under human control and aligned with our values?
It's a lot to think about, but these are questions we can't afford to ignore. The future of AI is in our hands.
The choices we make today will determine the kind of world we create tomorrow. Let's choose wisely.
Yeah, it really does feel like kind of a pivotal moment, doesn't it?
It does.
This massive investment, the involvement of all these tech giants, the potential for good and bad, it's all pretty remarkable.
It is, and that's why this deep dive is so important. We're talking about a project that could reshape the world.
Yeah.
It's not just about faster computers or new gadgets. It's about, like, the fabric of our society,
Right.
our economy, our future.
Okay, so let's break down some of the key things we've learned about Stargate.
Go.
First, the sheer scale is unlike anything we've seen before. $500 billion is an astronomical amount of money.
It's a clear signal that the U.S. government sees AI as a top priority.
Yeah.
They're betting big on this technology.
Right.
And they're bringing in, like, the heavy hitters of the tech world to make it happen.
And each of those players, OpenAI, Oracle, SoftBank, Microsoft, they all bring something unique to the table. But what really struck me was OpenAI actually running the entire Stargate operation.
Right.
That's huge responsibility.
It is.
And it makes you wonder how their approach to AI might shape the entire project.
That's a great observation. OpenAI has been at the forefront of AI research, but they've also been vocal about the potential risks. So seeing them in this leadership role is definitely something to watch closely.
Another big takeaway is the potential impact on jobs and the economy. 100,000 new jobs sounds incredible.
It does.
But what happens to the people whose jobs are displaced by AI? And how do we make sure the benefits of this new technology are shared fairly?
These are crucial questions. We can't just focus on the shiny new tech and ignore the potential consequences.
Yeah.
We need to think about retraining programs, education initiatives, and policies that ensure everyone benefits from this AI revolution, not just a select few.
And then there's the whole issue of safety and regulation.
Right.
The fact that the Trump administration reversed that executive order requiring companies to share safety data.
Right.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
It suggests a shift towards rapid development, possibly at the expense of careful oversight.
And that raises some serious concerns. Are we moving too fast? Are we prioritizing speed over safety? It's a delicate balance, and it's one that we need to get right.
But let's not forget about the potential benefits, especially in areas like healthcare.
Yeah.
The idea of AI analyzing massive medical data sets to detect diseases earlier, develop personalized treatments, and even accelerate vaccine development.
Right.
That's incredibly exciting.
It's a glimpse into a future, where AI could dramatically improve human health and longevity.
Yeah.
And beyond healthcare, think about the potential applications in climate modeling, renewable energy, and countless other fields.
So it seems like we're at a crossroads.
Yeah.
AI Stargate presents this incredible opportunity.
It does.
To solve some of humanity's biggest challenges, but it also comes with potential risks that we can't ignore.
Exactly. And that brings us back to you. What do you think about all this? What are your hopes and concerns about this new AI-powered future? As we've discussed today, Stargate is a game changer. The decisions made about its development and deployment will have far-reaching consequences. It's crucial to stay informed, engage in these conversations, and make your voice heard. The future of AI is in many ways the future of humanity, and that future is being shaped right now.